Welcome to Streamlined News for Friday, April 15th, 2011, brought to you by SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. The FINA task force released today its final report on the circumstances surrounding the death of Fran Crippen last October. The task force ruled that Crippen drowned by asphyxiation and heat exhaustion. No damage to the heart was reported after the autopsy, though the report won't rule out any heart abnormalities. The task force found many discrepancies between what the race organizers reported and the actual conditions on the day, from the number of safety officials on hand during the race, the water temperature, and how many boats were in the water. The water temperature in Fujairah was much higher than the organizers of the competition estimated, with coaches and swimmers saying it was closer to 90 degrees than the organizers' estimate of 84 degrees. Also, the number of trained lifeguards at the event, as well as their location on the race course and ability to perform a rescue in case of emergency, wasn't adequate, according to the task force. The two lifeguard stations were not properly equipped to handle an emergency, and the report notes that no binoculars were available at the lifeguard stations, something that could have come in handy in spotting something like Crippen falling behind the pack. Also of interest in the report is a statement by Russian coach Alexander Barantsev, who said he noticed that Crippen was falling behind the pack and swimming slowly, but at the time his attention was diverted to the boat arriving to his pontoon to take him to shore. In addition, after American Alex Meyer noted that Crippen was not among the race finishers, he and an official went on a jet ski to search for him, but after seeing a male swimmer in the distance, the official would not go further for fear of, quote, interfering with the race. In the hours afterward, the report notes, there was no defined search and rescue plan. In the section on recommendations going forward, the task force recommends that water temperatures not exceed 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 2 degrees cooler than what the USA Swimming Open Water Commission recommended in their report released earlier this week. You can go to swimmingworld.com and find the link to read the full FINA task force report. In major swimming competitions, you have to learn to expect the unexpected, and that was the case in the final of the men's 100 freestyle at the South African Nationals. Graham Moore went to the finals with the fastest time of 48.80, but it was defending champion Roland Schoeman who got to the wall first in the final, winning with a 49.40. Moore was even with Schoeman at the turn, but faded badly in the final stretch, placing fourth with a 49.78. Placing second was Gideon Lowe with a 49.48, and Leithstrick Shanklin was third with a 49.65. Darian Townsend scratched the finals of the 100 free after posting a 49.29 in the semifinals, and he also scratched the 100 fly final today to focus on the 200 IM, which he won with a 1:59.06. Cameron Vanderberg won the 50 breast today with the world's fastest time of 27.24, the event in which he holds the world record. Schoeman will try to sweep the sprint freestyles, and today will take a step toward that in the 50 free semifinals with Lowe and Moore as his likely challengers. Roland Schoeman, no relation to Roland, provided a bit of an upset in the men's 400 IM final yesterday, beating Chad Leclos to the wall with a time of 4:16.29 to qualify for the World Championships. Leclos was leading by 3 seconds after butterfly, but lost a lot of ground on the backstroke and breaststroke. His second place time of 4:18.67 was not fast enough to qualify for World Championships. Moving north to Italy, where Samuel Pizzetti was the top swimmer today at the Italian Nationals. The 24-year-old won the 400 free in 3:47.10, which is the 7th fastest in the world. Also in the race was Massimiliano Rossellino, the silver medalist in the 400 free at the 2000 Olympics. Rossellino finished fourth in the race with a 3:53.09. And in Great Britain, some of the world's best divers are meeting this weekend for the FINA Diving World Series in Sheffield. Britain's top diving star, Thomas Daly, will team up with fellow Olympian Peter Waterfield on the platform events, competing against Australian Olympic champion Matthew Mitchum and Americans Nick McCrory and David Budaya. NCAA champ Abby Johnston will contend on the platform as well on the women's side, and Troy Dumais will be a medal contender on the springboard. The Chinese have been dominant throughout the first two stops on the World Series circuit, and we'll see if they can continue that streak in England. That's going to do it for Streamlined News today. We'll see you back here on Monday.